1. Your heart, your life. Imagine this. You're living your normal day, maybe at work, maybe scrolling your phone, and suddenly your chest feels heavy, your breathing changes, and in a few minutes, your entire life could be different. Heart attacks are still one of the top killers in the world. The scary part? Many people don't see it coming. The good part? There is a lot you can do to protect your heart before it's too late. In this video, we're going to talk about what a heart attack actually is, the real warning signs you should never ignore, dangerous complications that can follow, the main risk factors you can and can't control, how to naturally protect and strengthen your heart with lifestyle, food, and smart habits. By the end, you'll understand your heart on a whole new level, and you'll know exactly what to start changing today. 2. Quick subscribe call. Why this video matters. Before we dive in deep, do me and yourself a quick favor. If you care about keeping your heart strong and avoiding a surprise trip to the emergency room, hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell. On this channel, we break down serious health topics in simple language so you can recognize dangerous symptoms early, understand what's happening inside your body, learn practical steps to protect yourself and your family. This video could literally help you spot the signs that save a life, maybe your own. All right, let's get into it. 3. What is a heart attack? Let's start with the basics. Your heart is a powerful muscle that pumps oxygen-rich blood to every organ and cell in your body. To do that job, it needs its own blood supply through the coronary arteries. A heart attack happens when blood flow through one of those arteries suddenly gets blocked. Usually, this blockage is caused by a buildup of fatty, waxy material called plaque inside the artery, a blood clot that forms on top of this plaque and completely shuts the artery. When the blood supply stops, that part of the heart muscle starts to die. This is what we call a heart attack. If the blockage isn't treated quickly, heart cells die and are replaced with scar tissue. The heart becomes weaker and less able to pump. Long-term heart failure and other serious problems can follow. So a heart attack isn't just pain in the chest. It's a part of your heart literally losing its blood and dying. 4. Common heart attack symptoms you should know. Heart attack symptoms aren't the same for everyone. Some people have dramatic pain. Others have mild discomfort that they easily ignore. Here are typical symptoms you should take seriously. Chest discomfort. A feeling of pressure, heaviness, squeezing, burning, or fullness in the center of your chest. It may last more than a few minutes or go away and come back. Pain moving to other areas. Discomfort that spreads to one or both arms, the back, neck, jaw, or upper stomach. Indigestion-like feeling. A heavy, tight, or burning sensation that can feel like heartburn. Shortness of breath. Feeling like you can't get enough air, especially if it happens at rest or with very little effort. Nausea, sweating, or dizziness. You might feel sick, break out in a cold sweat, or feel lightheaded. Extreme weakness or collapse. Some people suddenly feel very weak or even lose consciousness. And remember, symptoms in women can be more subtle, usually fatigue, shortness of breath, indigestion, disturbed sleep, or anxiety, often without strong chest pain. People with conditions like diabetes may have less obvious or silent symptoms. If you notice several of these at the same time, especially chest discomfort plus shortness of breath or sweating, treat it as an emergency. 5. How doctors think about chest pain. Not every chest pain is a heart attack, but you should never ignore it. There are two big categories. 5.1. Non-cardiac chest pain, often less dangerous. This can come from muscles and joints in the chest wall, the lining around the lungs, the esophagus, for example, acid reflux or heartburn. This type of pain is often sharper and easier to point at, triggered by movement or certain positions, more common later in the day, short-lived, seconds or minutes. 5.2. Cardiac chest pain, more serious. Heart-related pain tends to feel like deep pressure, squeezing, or heaviness. Be hard to locate exactly, it feels deep inside. Appear with physical effort, walking, carrying, climbing, cold weather, or stress. Spread to the arm, jaw, back, or neck. Improve with rest and worsen when you push yourself. Any chest discomfort you're unsure about, especially if you have risk factors like smoking, high blood pressure, diabetes, or family history, deserves medical attention. 6. What happens at the hospital? If you go to the hospital or call emergency services with chest pain or other heart attack symptoms, here's what they'll usually happen. They'll ask about your age and sex, your lifestyle, smoking, drinking, exercise, your diet and weight, your family history of heart disease, other illnesses like diabetes or high blood pressure. They'll check blood pressure, pulse, temperature, oxygen levels, sometimes your body fat or weight. They may do an ECG, electrical recording of your heart, blood tests to look for heart damage, chest X-ray or other scans. If they suspect heart disease, they'll move fast because time is muscle. The sooner the blocked artery is opened, the more of your heart can be saved. 7. Serious complications after a heart attack. A heart attack is bad enough, but the complications can be just as dangerous or even more. 7.1. Heart failure. If the heart is too weak to pump enough blood to the body, you can develop shortness of breath, especially when active or lying flat, swelling in the legs, ankles, hands, or abdomen, fatigue and low exercise tolerance. 7.2. Valve problems. Your heart has 4 valves that keep blood moving in the right direction. They can become narrow and stiff, stenosis, become leaky, insufficiency. This forces the heart to work harder and can lead to heart failure, infections, or heart rhythm problems. Valve issues can be present from birth or develop later from infections, high blood pressure, or even some drugs. 7.3. Cardiogenic shock. This is when the heart suddenly can't pump enough blood to sustain life. Blood pressure drops dangerously low and organs don't get enough oxygen. It often occurs in very large heart attacks and is a major cause of death. 7.4. Vasodilatory shock. In this type of shock, blood vessels suddenly relax and become too wide, so blood pressure crashes. It can happen due to severe infections or allergic reactions and leads to organ damage if not treated quickly. 7.5. Pulmonary embolism. This is a clot that travels to the arteries in the lungs. It can block blood flow, cause sudden chest pain and shortness of breath, be life-threatening if not treated fast. 7.6. Arrhythmias and sudden cardiac arrest. An arrhythmia is an abnormal heart rhythm, too fast, too slow, or irregular. Some rhythms can cause the heart to stop pumping blood effectively. This is called sudden cardiac arrest and leads to collapse and death if CPR and defibrillation are not started immediately. 7.8. Broken heart syndrome. Extreme emotional stress, like losing someone, being rejected, or going through intense shock, can trigger a temporary heart condition that looks like a heart attack. You may have chest pain, shortness of breath, changes on your ECG, but the coronary arteries are not blocked. Most people recover fully in days or weeks, but it's still serious and needs medical care. 7.9. Aneurysm of the heart. An aneurysm occurs when a part of the heart wall or a big artery weakens and bulges outward. Blood clots can form inside it and later travel, causing strokes, blocked arteries in the legs, or other severe complications. 8. The 6 classic signs of a heart attack. When should you suspect a heart attack? Look for these 6 key signs. Chest pain or discomfort, pressure, tightness, heaviness, burning. Pain in other areas, arm, back, neck, jaw, or upper stomach. Shortness of breath, feeling like you can't get enough air, especially if it happens at rest or with minimal effort. Nausea, sweating, or clamminess. You might feel sick, break out in a cold sweat, or feel lightheaded. extreme weakness or collapse. Some people suddenly feel very weak or even lose consciousness. And remember, symptoms in women can be more subtle, usually fatigue, shortness of breath, indigestion, disturbed sleep or anxiety, often without strong chest pain. People with conditions like diabetes may have less obvious or silent symptoms. If you notice several of these at the same time, especially chest discomfort plus shortness of breath or sweating, treat it as an emergency. 9. Early warning signs, days or weeks before. Many people actually get warning signs before the big heart attack happens. These can show up days or even months earlier. Rising blood pressure, chronic heartburn or upper stomach discomfort, getting out of breath more easily than before.
High LDL, bad cholesterol levels. A general feeling of being unwell or run down. A strong sense of dread or something bad is coming. Abdominal pain or indigestion, especially in people over 55. Because these symptoms can also come from other causes, they're easy to ignore. But if you have multiple risk factors like smoking, diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, or family history, take them seriously. 10. What to do if you suspect a heart attack. If you think you or someone near you is having a heart attack, call emergency services immediately. Don't wait to see if it goes away. Time really matters. Give your location first, then your name and what's happening. Help the person into a comfortable position, sitting with the back supported and knees slightly bent, or lying flat with legs elevated if they feel better that way. Loosen tight clothing to help breathing. Don't let them walk around. Keep them still and calm. If they already have prescribed medication like nitroglycerin or aspirin for heart disease and know how to use it, you can help them take it as directed. If they lose consciousness and stop breathing, start CPR if you're trained. Push hard and fast in the center of the chest. Keep going until help arrives. If you're alone with symptoms, call emergency services first. Only then call family or friends. Follow the operator's instructions. Remember, nothing replaces professional medical help. Home tricks are not a substitute for calling an ambulance. 11. Risk factors you can't control. Some things simply aren't your choice, but they are important to know. Family history. If close relatives had heart disease, especially at a younger age, your own risk is higher. Age. The risk increases as you get older. Sex and hormones. After menopause, women lose some natural protection from estrogen, and their risk of heart disease rises. You can't change these, but you can be more proactive with the things you can control. 12. Risk factors you can control. 12.1. Obesity. Being significantly overweight raises blood pressure, increases the chances of diabetes, puts extra strain on your heart. Obesity is not just eating too much. It's linked to inflammation and many other diseases. 12.2. Poor diet. Modern diets are often full of highly processed foods, refined grains and sugars, excess salt from processed products, unhealthy industrial oils. These can damage blood vessels, increase bad cholesterol and triglycerides, and promote plaque buildup and inflammation. 12.3. Smoking and secondhand smoke. Smoking reduces oxygen in the blood, damages the inner lining of blood vessels, increases blood pressure and heart rate, and promotes clots. Even if you don't smoke, breathing other people's smoke raises your risk. 12.4. Alcohol. Small amounts of alcohol might have some benefits for some people, but drinking more than that raises blood pressure, damages the heart muscle, adds empty calories. If you don't drink, don't start for your heart. If you do drink, keep it strictly moderate at most. 12.5. High LDL, bad cholesterol. Cholesterol itself is not the enemy. Your body actually needs it. The problem is, too much LDL, bad cholesterol, Too little HDL, good cholesterol, oxidized cholesterol that sticks to artery walls and triggers inflammation. Diet and lifestyle have a big impact on this balance. 12.6. Diabetes. High blood sugar over time damages blood vessels, the nerves that control your heart. People with diabetes have a much higher risk of heart disease, often at a younger age. 12.7. PNH, physical inactivity. Our bodies are built to move. Little or no activity leads to weight gain, worsens blood sugar and cholesterol, weakens the heart and blood vessels. Even small, regular movement makes a huge difference. 13. Building a heart-healthy lifestyle. Think of this part as your heart protection plan. 13.1. Sleep and blood pressure. Most adults need 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night. Poor sleep raises blood pressure, increases inflammation, makes it harder to control weight and blood sugar. High blood pressure damages artery walls and makes them stiff and scarred, making it harder for blood to reach the heart and brain. 13.2. Eat to fuel your heart. Focus on whole, minimally processed foods, plenty of vegetables and fruits, healthy fats from natural sources, lean, good quality protein. Avoid processed meats, sugary drinks and snacks, highly refined oils and flours. Drink mostly water. Keep sugary drinks as rare treats. 13.3. Move smart. Exercise for your heart. You don't need to be an athlete to help your heart. Great options include interval-style walking. Walk at normal speed for 3 minutes, then briskly for 1 minute. Repeat. This raises and lowers your heart rate gently and is excellent for blood vessels and calorie burning. Whole-body, low-impact sports like swimming, rowing, dancing, racket sports, martial arts, anything that uses many muscles without pounding your joints. Core strengthening, exercises like squats, gentle push-ups, or other core moves to build a strong base. Be careful with high-impact, long-distance running on hard surfaces and sudden, intense workouts without warm-up. Both can overstress joints and, in some people, the heart. Choose activities you enjoy so you actually stick with them. 14. Stress and environment and your heart. 14.1. Stress and emotions. Constant stress from work, money, or relationships raises blood pressure, worsens cholesterol and blood sugar, increases the risk of heart attacks. Big emotional shocks like disasters or traumatic events have been linked to higher rates of heart disease afterwards. Finding ways to manage stress is not a luxury, it's heart medicine. 14.2. Air and water quality. Pollution affects more than your lungs. Indoor and outdoor air can contain smoke, fumes from cleaning products and paints, gases like carbon monoxide. Long-term exposure can worsen heart and blood vessel disease. Water may contain heavy metals like lead, chemicals like arsenic or fluoride at certain levels. While you can't control everything, you can ventilate your home, avoid smoking indoors, be careful with chemicals and strong cleaners. Use water filters if needed and available. 15. Natural supports and supplements, with caution. This part is important. Always talk to your doctor before starting supplements, especially if you already have a heart condition or take medications. 15.1. Coenzyme Q10, CoQ10. CoQ10 helps your cells use energy efficiently. Levels drop with age and with some medications. Supplementing can support heart energy in some people. 15.2. Magnesium and potassium. These minerals help control blood pressure, support normal heart rhythm. They should preferably come from food, but supplements can help if you're deficient, under medical supervision. 15.4. Salt. Not all or nothing. Salt is essential for life, but too much, especially from processed foods, raises blood pressure. Too little can also be harmful. Natural sea salt or rock salt can provide trace minerals, but the key is moderation and cutting down on processed foods. 15.5. Fish oil and omega-3. Omega-3 fats from good quality fish or supplements help balance blood fats and support heart and brain health. However, low-quality oils can be oxidized and harmful. Food first, supplements only when necessary and good quality. 15.6. Vitamin C and B9 folate. Vitamin C supports blood vessels and may help reduce certain risk processes. Folate, B9, is important for red blood cells and may help protect against stroke and some heart problems. You can get it from foods like leafy greens, lentils, and asparagus. Enzymes and antioxidants. Fresh, raw foods like fruits and vegetables provide enzymes that support digestion and metabolism, and antioxidants that help protect cells and prevent harmful oxidation of cholesterol. Antioxidants like vitamin E help reduce damage from free radicals and may support artery health. 16. Organic versus factory-farmed foods. Factory farming often focuses on maximum output at minimum cost. This can mean poor quality feed for animals, less natural living conditions, lower nutrient density, and less healthy fat balance in animal products. Organic farming aims to avoid synthetic pesticides and fertilizers, feed animals more naturally, reduce exposure to certain chemicals. Choosing more organic and naturally raised foods when you can
May mean better fat profiles, fewer unwanted chemicals, more nutrients per bite. Do what is realistic for your budget and situation. Even small shifts toward less processed, more natural foods help. 17. Detox, meditation, and mind-body care. 17.1. Detox, the real story. Your body already has powerful detox systems, mainly your liver, kidneys, lungs, skin, and gut. They work best when you eat clean, whole foods, drink enough water, move your body, avoid overwhelming them with junk. You usually don't need extreme detox cures. A healthy lifestyle is the most powerful detox. 17.2. Meditation, mindfulness, and relaxation. Practices like deep breathing, gentle meditation, and mindfulness, staying present, observing thoughts without judgment, can lower stress hormones, reduce blood pressure in some people, improve sleep and emotional balance. Over time, this helps protect your heart from the constant toll of stress. 17.3. Reflexology. Reflexology uses pressure points on the hands and feet that are believed to connect with different organs, including the heart. Many people find it relaxing and calming, which indirectly helps with stress, and stress relief is always good for the heart. 18. Superfoods for heart health. Here are some foods that can give your heart an extra boost when part of a healthy diet. Avocados, rich in healthy fats that support good cholesterol balance. Asparagus may help support blood pressure and artery health. Pomegranates, packed with antioxidants that protect blood vessels. Turmeric, helps fight inflammation. Persimmons, contain antioxidants and compounds that support healthy blood fats. Spirulina, a nutrient-dense algae that supports lipid balance and immunity. Cinnamon may help improve cholesterol and reduce buildup in arteries. Broccoli supports blood pressure and prevents calcium buildup in arteries. Cranberries, high in antioxidants and may reduce heart disease risk. Green tea contains catechins that support cholesterol balance and vessel health. You don't need them all at once. Just start adding more of these kinds of foods into your meals. 19. Final message. Protect your heart starting today. Let's bring it all together. Your heart has been working non-stop since before you were born. Every single beat keeps you alive. And in many cases, heart disease doesn't appear overnight. It's built quietly over years of choices. You've just learned what a heart attack is and how it starts. the key warning signs and what to do in an emergency, the dangerous complications that can follow, the risk factors you can't change, and the many you can. How lifestyle, food, stress, environment, and natural supports all influence your heart. You don't have to become perfect, but every better choice you make, today, tomorrow, and next week, gives your heart a better chance to stay strong. If something in this video sounded a little too familiar, the chest tightness, the constant fatigue, the shortness of breath, please don't ignore it. Talk to a healthcare professional. This video is for education, not a replacement for medical advice. If you found this video helpful, here's what I'd love you to do. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos on heart health, nutrition, and simple ways to protect your body. Turn on the notification bell so you're the first to know when new content drops. Share this video with someone you care about. You never know whose life might be changed or saved by understanding these signs and habits. Take care of your heart, and your heart will take care of you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.